Hi everyone, how are you today? My name is Cloud, for those who don't know me, and I'm the beginner's mat Pilates instructor here at GRO. I've got a wonderful class for you today. The last 3 weeks we've concentrated on understanding what the core is and engaging the core. Today, we're going to move on and we're going to focus a lot more on the upper body. We seem to carry a lot of stress in the upper body. It can get stiff, and now, particularly in our current situation, we're sitting on uncomfortable chairs in the kitchen whilst we work at home, most of us. And even if we didn't work at home, we would probably still carry a lot of stress up here, have those shoulders up towards the ears, and kind of slowly throughout the day start getting stiff. So I want to be able to stretch the upper body for you and also build muscles in the arms, build muscles in the back stabilizers, which is very important, and just feel overall great in the upper body. That doesn't mean we're not going to look at the lower body. We always do overall body movements here. So we'll give the rest of the body a bit of a strength and a stretch. So just before you start, please let me know if you have any injuries. And especially if you're pregnant, all you have to do is scroll down below the video and you'll see a chat box. Click as guest, and then you can tell me if you have any issues or any particular concerns. If you are feeling any pain now or uncomfortable, could you please make sure you apply caution and you have checked with your health practitioner if it's okay to work out with me. We are beginners. I take it fairly easy and I modify a lot. If you do have any upper body injuries currently and you can exercise, you may want a cushion to place underneath your head when we're working out. If you have a bad lower back, you might want a small towel, fold it twice, place it underneath your back when you're laying down on your back. If you have any knee injuries or wrist injuries, you may want that small towel again. So when we're on our hands and knees, you can place that small towel underneath your hands and knees. If you don't have any of those props, don't worry. You can always, on your hands and knees, you can always roll the mat and then place the hands on top of the mat. The other thing is if you have a Pilates block, slightly different from a yoga block, wider, flatter, you can always sit on that for any sitting work we do. Yoga block can also work. They're just a bit smaller. So it depends on the size of your body, whether it's comfortable or not. Okay, we should start, right? Okay, so we're going to start, as always, in standing, just to make sure that your posture is correct. So we want your feet to be hip width apart. So if you don't know what that means, take your fist, place it between the knees. Length of your fist between your knees is approximately your hip width. Okay, so not too big actually. Look down at those feet. Are they facing forward? Is the entire foot flat on the floor? Do you have equal weighting between your big toe and your little toe and the side of the heels? Now, I want that pelvis in neutral. So, that tailbone should be shooting down towards the floor. You're neither tilted forward or tilted back. Okay, we can do this naturally. I have a natural back tilt, but you don't want that. You want that tailbone shooting down towards the floor so that you've got equal weighting between your front muscles and your back muscles, and it carries the weight of your body properly, efficiently. Okay, bring the arms by the side and just make sure that you draw the shoulder blades down the back and reach out through the top of the head. Okay, so imagine you've got a piece of string tied to the top of your head and it's pulling you up. As you grow, you lift up that waist, you draw in that belly button. Now, if you're drawing in the belly button, you're engaging the abdominals. And then I'd need you to breathe in and out through the rib cage. side of the ribs, back of the ribs, not up here. This is where we carry our stress. Okay, so let's just place our hands on the side of the ribs for a moment, just so that we can check in with our bodies and make sure that we're breathing correctly. So your fingers are on your side of the bottom part of the ribs, and the thumbs are at the back. Okay, you can close your eyes, feeling nice and tall. Inhale through the nose, breathe into the side and the back of the rib cage, just where your hands are. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Nice and easy. Just relax the body. Check in with the body. Make sure your breath and the movement of the body is connected. Bring the arms back by the side, open the eyes. I want you to inhale through the nose as you take the nose up towards the ceiling. Exhale through the mouth as you bring the nose down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to come down. Relax those shoulders, make sure they're not creeping up towards the ears. This time when you lift up, lift that chin up. Lift the chin, get a nice stretch underneath the chin. And then come down, all the way down. So you have that double chin going on and you get a stretch in the back of the neck and the lower back. Not the lower back, just underneath the neck. And then one more. Let's lift up that chin. And then let's come down. Let's bring that chin towards the chest. Have that good stretch in the back. And then look forward. From here, looking forward, shoulder blades go down the back. Reach out through the top of the head. Inhale as you take the nose over to the right. Exhale as you take the nose over to the left. Inhale to exhale. Keep going. Nice and easy. Just rotating that head around. So we're stretching the upper body. Neck is part of the upper body, neck and head. And we're going to be strengthening the arms and the back today. I'm really looking forward to this class. Right, looking forward, we're going to take the right ear to the right shoulder and then the left ear to the left shoulder. Don't lift the shoulders up. Just move the head into lateral flexion. I think this is one of my favorite head exercises, side to side. Just love the stretch in the side of the neck. Let's do one more set. Otherwise I'll be doing this all day. And then looking forward. Okay, let's bring those shoulders up towards the ears. And now let's take them back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Squeeze, 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 and release. Lift those shoulders up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze, 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 and release. Keep going. So part of our upper body stretching, mobilizing, and strengthening is also working those shoulder blades. Lift up, last one. Squeeze together. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release. Now, I want us to do a rhomboid stretch. So rhomboids are muscles either side of the thoracic spine here. So you'll feel them stretch. You have your feet hip width apart. You interlace the fingers and then you rotate the hands so the palms are facing outwards. And then draw that belly button in and try and keep from the waist downwards still as you breathe in. And then you exhale as you take that head and those arms forward. So you are flexing the upper body. Feel that stretch. Nice and easy. Keep breathing and just stretch. Just reach those hands forward. And then slowly come up, stacking that spine up vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoulder blades come down. You reach out through the top of the head. Let's go again. Inhale. Exhale, reach, 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 reach. Just feel it in the back as you reach those arms forward. And then slowly stack that spine up, vertebrae by vertebrae, reaching out through the top of the head, relaxing the shoulders. One more. Inhale. Exhale, draw that belly button in, reach forward. Stretching. And then come back to center. Okay, you should have felt a nice stretch in the back there. Bring the arms to the side. Some balancing work now, just so that we are engaging that core. We haven't forgotten about the core. So feet are hip width apart, arms are by the side. Now I've come off the mat just so that you can see me properly. You can also come off the mat if you need more stability and you have a harder surface. Sometimes, especially Pilates mats are quite bouncy, quite spongy. So if you need more stability, step off the mat onto a harder surface. So from here, we are going to step the right foot forward, okay? So it's just forward. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bend that right knee, lifting the leg up, and we're going to take the arm up at the same time. Okay, so drawing that belly button, lift up that waist, engage the core, draw the shoulder blades down the back, look forward, and then when you're ready, just inhale as you take that leg up and the arm up. Exhale as you come down. Not too bad, right? Okay, so this time we're going to go up. I'll just show you. We're going to go up with the arm and then up with the arm and leg. And then when we come down with both, we're going to lift the left arm up. And then repeat. Okay, so left arm moves on its own, right arm moves with the leg. Okay, so feet facing forward, always engage that core, draw in the belly button, looking forward, inhale as you lift, exhale as you come down, remember that left arm, keep going, don't worry too much about the direction of the breath. I just want you to feel nice and tall as you do this. Keeping that torso nice and stable. Keep going. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Bring that arm down. Have the feet hip width apart, lined up together. And now you're going to step the left foot forward. Okay. And then from here, drawing in that belly button, lifting up that waist, we go with the left side of the body. So we inhale as we bring that leg up and that arm up. And then we exhale as we come down, taking the right arm up. Just focus on something in front of you. Drawing that belly button so that you're engaging the abdominals and engaging the core. Just always feel really nice and tall. Lift up that waist, look forward. Let's go. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Okay, how is your balance? So I'm going to come back onto the mat, and we're going to open our legs so that the heels are probably just wider than the shoulders and the feet are outwardly rotated. Now, what I want us to do, I know it as a yoga squat. Might not be for you, but I know it as a yoga squat. So we are placing the hands together in a prayer-like fashion in front of that chest. And then we're going to bend the knees and we're going to bring that bottom, those hips as far down as possible. Like we're sitting down, we're squatting. Okay, so let's just make sure we reach out through the top of the head and draw the shoulder blades down the back. Lift up that waist, drawing that belly button. And now you're going to bend and come all the way down. Okay, stay down if you can, otherwise go back up if you're feeling any pain. And then we lift up, squeeze those glutes. Let's go down again. All the way down, hold for 2, 1. Let's lift up. One more time. Let's go down for 2, 1. And now let's lift up. Now we are going to go down and then we're going to lift those heels up off the mat as we lift up. Again, you might want a harder surface. Okay, let's all go onto a harder surface. So if you can't do that, carry on with just what I showed you, with the feet flat on the floor. You're still working those glutes. Okay, you're still working the body hard. This just works the ankles more and works on your stability more. So reaching out through the top of the head, drawing that belly button. We bend, we hold, 2, 1. We lift and we lift those heels. Really feel it, lift up nice and tall, and then come down again, all the way down. Hold, 1, 2, and lift up through the top of the head, lifting those heels, and come down. So when you're lifting those heels up, you're really engaging that core. The whole body's activated. And come down, and lift those heels. Let's go for 3 more. All the way down. Lift up for 3, 2. Focus on something in front of you if you need more stability. And 1. Even try pushing into the big toes. Squeeze those glutes. And then come back down. Well done. Bring the arms down. Now, something different. Keep those legs where they were, just wider than shoulder width. We're going to bring the hands up to the ears. We're going to do something kind of called an oblique crunch. You may have done it in some of the strength and conditioning classes, who knows. So from here, I want you to lift the left leg up and then you do a side bend and you bring that elbow to the knee. So you're literally lifting up and coming down. Lifting up and coming down. Should we do this together? Okay, let's go. Up, down. Up, down. Get that stability. Whew. Warming the body up a little bit. Getting that nice crunch. Keep those fingertips on the head. Might help to stabilize a bit more. Nice crunch, side to side. Let's go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Bring those arms down. We're going down now onto all fours. So I'm going to get you into your all fours, and then I'm going to bring the camera forward for a better close-up. Okay, so I'm just going to move this cushion, come down onto the mat safely, and then from here, somewhere in the middle of the mat, I want those wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. And when you do this, I want those fingers wide open so that you're distributing the weight evenly across the hands. I want you to have that head in line with the spine, so don't drop the head. See too many people dropping that head or looking forward. Look down, head in line with the spine. And then you're going to lift up that belly button, engaging the abs. I'm going to start you with cat-cow, and then I'm going to move the camera so you're not waiting for me. So from here, we inhale through the nose to prepare. And then we exhale as we lift the spine up towards the ceiling, tucking that tailbone, dropping the head. You're looking towards the pubic bone. Then you inhale as you bring that spine down, lifting that tailbone, looking forward. Exhale as you lift that belly button, lift that chest, lift those armpits. Inhale as you reverse, lifting that tailbone, looking forward. Don't pull the head or neck back when you look forward. Lifting up. Keep going, using that breath to articulate the spine. Nice and easy. There we go. You'll be doing your cat-cow now. Excellent. That's all good. Okay, let's do one more cat-cow. And then come back to neutral. Now, if you have any wrist issues or knee injuries, like I said, you can roll the mat. You can place the hands on top of the mat, so you've got extra padding. Same goes with the knees. Or you can get a towel. Now, if you can't do any of those, this next exercise is impossible on the forearm, so you'll have to wait this one out. And then we'll go back to an exercise we can all do. So we're doing opposite arm and leg. Okay, so this is where we're really going to work those back stabilizers. We're strengthening the back, but we're also working that core. So remember, wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, head in line with the spine, lift up that belly button. From here, I want you to slide the left hand along the mat. Okay, just the left hand, and then you lift up and reach forward. Lift up that belly button. Feel that abdominal engagement. You're reaching forward, shoulders away from the ears though, bring the hand down. Now let's try the right leg. Okay, lift up that belly button, engage, inhale, and then you can exhale as you take that leg out, and then lift up. Now, if you want to check those hips, drop the head, look at those hips. If you don't have a mirror, are they level? So it's so easy to tilt to one side. I'm doing it wrong to show you. And I just want to bring my hips back and also have equal weighting on either side of the body. So I'm nice and centered and I'm leveled up, I'm balanced. Bring that leg down. Okay, so I did one at a time just for you to feel how your body is feeling and whether you can do both hand and foot at the same time, arm and leg at the same time. So we're going to go one at a time again, just moving the opposite arm and leg. So now we're going to do the right hand. So just drawing that belly button, inhale, exhale, slide the right arm along the mat, and then lift up and reach. Okay, don't move the torso when you do that. Don't tilt to one side and come back down. And then you've got the left leg. Inhale, exhale, drawing that belly button and slide that leg along. And then when you're ready, lift it up. And then look down at those hips. Okay, looking down, making sure that those hips are level. I'll come forward a bit. Okay. And then come down. Now, you can do one at a time, like I said, if you have any injuries. If not, then let's do both arm and leg at the same time. So lift up that belly button, wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, very important for our balance. And now we're going to slide the left hand and right leg along the mat. Okay? When you feel nice and stable, lift up that supporting arms armpit, reach out through the crown of the head, engage those abdominals, and now lift and reach. Okay, you can quickly, if you want to, check those hips, but then take the head back up and come back down. Don't always bring the head down. Just check a few times and then you should be good. Okay, right hand, left foot. Inhale as you slide them along the mat. Get ready. Exhale, lift and reach. And come back down. One more set. Inhale as you slide the hand and foot along. And then lift and reach. Be careful of what those abdominals are doing. Lift them up. Come back down. One more set. Slide along the mat. Lift and reach. Okay. Keep those hips nice and level. Come back down. Now I want us to add to that. When we lift the arm and opposite leg up, we're going to outwardly rotate the arm and leg. So we're going to go out to the side. So from here, we inhale as we slide one arm, one leg along the mat. Doesn't matter which one because you'll go with the other side after. And then from here, lift, reach, and then take that arm and leg out to the side and then back to center. Two more, out to the side, back to center, out to the side, back to center. Really feel my abdominals kicking in now. Come back down. Need to use those abdominals to stabilize the body as you're working at those limbs. So from here, other leg and arm. So you slide along the mat. Don't drop that head. Stay nice and balanced. Lift up that belly button. Lift and reach. You always have that reaching effect. And then take the leg and arm out to the side. Come back to center. Out to the side. Back to center. One more. Out to the side. And back to center. And come down. Okay, we're going to do that again. But we're going to increase the reps. Those legs and arms are going to go out to the side 5 times each. Okay? So making sure those knees are underneath the hips, wrists are underneath the shoulders, head in line with the spine. You're going to slide the hand and leg along the floor, and then you lift up that belly button, but don't lift the hips. Have a quick check if you need to. And then take the arm out to the side and the leg and back to center. Keep going for 4, 3, make sure those abdominals are lifted. Keep breathing. 2 and 1. Keep that torso as still as you can. And then bring that hand down. Level up those hips in case you've slightly tilted to the side. Lift up the belly button, engage the abs. Slide the other hand and leg along the floor. And then engaging those abdominals, lift and reach. Take the arm and leg out to the side and back to center. 4 more, pointing that foot. 3, 2, and 1. And come back down. From here, just have a quick rest. We're going to open those legs, feet together, and go into child's pose. Okay. I see this as an active rest. Your head is down, your arms are in front, shoulders away from the ears, slightly softening those elbows, palms of the hands down on the mat. You're going to inhale through the nose as you take the breath into the back of the rib cage, stretching all the muscles between the ribs. Exhale through the mouth. So when you do this, the reason I say it's still, it's stretching. Okay, best way to stretch, child's pose. Use this time efficiently. Really stretch. Nice deep breath into the back. Now, and on the next one, lift up the belly button, hold it there so that you can breathe in through the nose and take the breath all the way down the spine, all the way down to the lower back, then exhale through the mouth. So I find by keeping my belly button up, engaging my abdominals, I can't take any of the breath into the belly area, so it goes all the way into the back. Have a good old stretch. Last one, deep in breath and out breath. Come back into all fours. We haven't finished yet. We are going to do a modified plank. Okay, so wrists are underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips, head is in line with the spine. Now we're going to keep those knees down, and all you're going to do is you're going to bend the elbows and kind of bring those forearms close to the mat. Now, when you do this, I don't want you to move the head or torso forward, because then you start using the upper body, you start using the body, the torso more. Okay, so that's the wrong way. What I want you to do is just use the arms. So those hips stay where they are, directly above the knees. And then you bend those arms, you come down just as far as you can. If you can only go halfway, that's fine. And then lift up again. So you should feel it in the triceps here at the back. Okay, so let's do it all together. If you haven't started, we're going to do 5. Lift that belly button, reach out through the top of the head, and then we bend just those elbows, bring those arms almost down onto the mat, and lift up again. You can inhale to come down, exhale to come up. 3 more. Inhale to exhale. 2, 1. Ooh, feel that. Okay, now we're going to add a little bit of flow to that. So I'll just show you. You bend down and then you come forward with the torso now, and then you circle up and come back to all fours. You bend down with the arms only. You come forward with that torso and you circle up. Okay, so we're going to do 6 of those. Ready? Lift up that belly button so that you can distribute the weight evenly throughout the body and carry most of the weight up here too. So it relieves a lot of pressure off those hands. Okay, ready? Inhale as you bend. Exhale as you come forward and circle up. Inhale as you bend. Exhale as you come forward and circle up. Keep going. 3 more. 2. And 1. Excellent. Come down onto the heels and just shake those hands if you need to. And now circle those shoulders around. Circle round. And then go the other way. So you can do a bit more of that later on. Okay, it's quite nice. Okay, now let's again stretch the upper body and the arms and open up the chest. So I want you to go into all fours. Again. So wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips, head in line with the spine. Remember a towel underneath those hands and knees, if you like, or rolling up the mat. And now from here, we're going to do thread the needle. So making sure that you've lifted up that belly button, I want you to take that left hand out to the side, okay, and the palm is facing down. See that? And then from here, I want you to lift that arm up and look up towards the ceiling. I want you to inhale as you take that arm back a little bit more if you can. And exhale, release. Inhale, take the arm back a little bit more if you can. You're opening up the chest and release. And then I want you to thread the needle. So you bring that arm down and you thread it through the body and you look to the side. Okay, some people bend the elbow of the supporting arm. You don't need to, just reach. You feel that nice stretch in the back, upper back. And then let's come back, bring that hand back onto the mat. Let's go with the other side. Head in line with the spine, lift up that belly. Let's take the right arm out to the side, palm facing down. And then shoulders are nice and level, reach out through the crown of the head. When you're ready, lift that arm up, look up. And then to open that chest a bit more if you can, inhale, lift that arm up, take it back slightly, always looking up towards the ceiling. Again, inhale, take it back, and exhale, of course. Inhale to exhale. And then thread the needle. So bringing that arm through. Excellent. Reaching, looking to the side, feel that nice stretch. Reach, reach, reach. And then come back to center. Let's do one more set. Okay, let's take that arm out to the side. My upper body is already feeling good. Okay, let's bring the arm out to the side, palm facing down. And now let's lift up, look up towards that ceiling. Inhale to take the arm back a bit, opening up that chest. Exhale. And again, inhale, exhale. And then let's thread the needle. Let's bring that arm down. Let's take it through the body. Let's look to the side. Just feel that stretch in the back. Easy breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Let's bring that hand back onto the mat. Last side. Lift up that belly button. Reach out through the crown of the head. Take that arm out. Palm facing down. Should be your right arm, but don't worry if it's not, just the one you haven't used or just haven't used. And then you lift that arm up and you look up. And then you take the arm back again as you inhale, opening up that chest. A little bit more. Inhale, take the arm back, looking up towards the ceiling. And let's thread that needle. Let's thread that arm through and look to the side. Just easy breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Excellent. And come back. Okay, let's sit back onto the heels. Let's spin the legs around and then we're going to lay down. So this is where you might need a cushion to place underneath your head or a towel to place underneath your back if you have any pain there in those areas. Now, I'm just showing you what to do with the cushion. I'm sure you know. And then, of course, fold a towel up and place it underneath. But please don't worry if you don't have any of these props. You should be okay with the mat. For a lower back, you would just push the back into the mat. So I'll get us all in preparation for the next exercise, and then I'll explain what to do with the back. So your knees are bent and your feet are hip width apart again. Take that fist, just make sure that it's kind of the space between the legs is the length of the fist, and then bring that head back down. And then from here, we want that pelvis in neutral. So I want you to tilt the tailbone up and down a few times. It's also nice getting a little bit mobility down there. So you're just tilting the pelvis up and down. Those hips stay down on the mat. They don't lift up. but they do move. And then you take that tailbone somewhere in the middle, just like when we were standing up. You've got that neutral spine. And that means you've got equal weighting between your front muscles and your back muscles. You've got a nice flat tummy. Now, you also need a neutral, that's a neutral pelvis. You also need a neutral spine if you don't have a bad lower back. Okay, so if you have a neutral spine, you've got that natural curve in the back. You've got a space between the lumbar spine and the mat that you could probably fit your fingers or your hand through. Don't go into extension, that's wrong. Okay, just that natural curve. You've also got that natural curve between the neck and the mat. Okay, and then you bring the arms by the side, palms facing down if they're not there already. Now, if you have a bad back, all you're doing is you're pushing that back into the mat. Okay, always push the back into the mat if you have a bad lower back. And there you go. So you're either in imprint or you're in neutral. Okay, from here, we're going to start with some arm work and then we're going to add legs. Okay, so we are going to just circle the arms, but first of all, relax those shoulders. Inhale as you take the arms up towards the ceiling. Okay, and then just have those palms of the hands facing forward and just relax those shoulders. So don't lift the shoulders up, just relax them on the mat. Okay, so we're going to inhale again to prepare, and then we're going to do half circles round and then come back to where we are. So we inhale and then we exhale as we go back and halfway round and then back to center, or half circle, should I say, almost a half circle. So inhale and exhale, go round. Let's flow a bit more now. So let's inhale to take the arm back and then exhale to circle round. Keep going whilst I just explain what we're doing. So you're just mobilizing the arms and you're only going back as far as, your body will allow you to. So if you've got any pain, you might not go so far. If you're stiff, you might not go so far back. But I also want you to keep the ribs, the back of the ribs on the mat. Okay, so don't lift up like this into extension. All the ribs are down on the mat. You're keeping that chest down. As you inhale to go back, exhale to circle round. Inhale to go back, exhale to circle round. Two more. Inhale to go back, exhale to circle round. Use those abdominals, drawing that belly button. Inhale to go back, exhale to go round. Keep those arms up unless you need a quick rest. And now what we're going to do is we're going to circle the arms as we take the left leg out and lengthen it. And then we bring it back in at the same time with that entire arm circle. You've brought that knee back. So you inhale to go back and then you exhale to go round. So when you circle, actually, you bring the leg back. Okay, and then you swap to the other leg. So you're alternating legs. So relax those shoulders, draw in that belly button, make sure that pelvis is in neutral and that spine is in neutral or imprint. Okay, and you're drawing in that belly button, always using those abs. Okay, so we're working that core. Engage the abdominals, engage the pelvic floor. To engage the pelvic floor, it's like you're holding yourself from going to the toilet, or you've got a really tight pair of jeans and you want to zip them up. Okay, so let's get everything in order first before we do those movements. Ready? Engage in that core. Inhale as you take the arms back and the left leg extends out. Exhale as you circle those arms and bring that knee back up. Okay, so extend the leg as the arms go back. Rotate the arms as the leg returns. Extend, return. Extend, return. Keep going. For 6. This is not just about coordination. We're also opening up those hip flexors. lengthening those quads, working the knees. For 3, mobilizing those knees. 2, and 1. Keep those arms up, relax those shoulders. We'll go with the right leg now. Inhale as you take the arms and the leg out. Exhale as you circle and return. Inhale to exhale. Arms go back, leg extends. Arms circle, leg returns. Arms go back, leg extends. Arm circles, leg returns. Keep going. For 5, don't forget to breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Let's rest those arms by the side. We're going to go into hundreds. So hundreds, we're working those abdominals a bit more, strengthening the abdominals. We're also working the upper body as we pulse those arms. We're strengthening the back muscles as we lift the head up. But if you have any injuries, just keep that head down on the mat or on a cushion. Okay? So from here, with the legs down, we're going to inhale as we take those arms up and just over the head. Okay, so they're in peripheral vision, palms facing forward, and just have those abdominals engaged. Keep breathing, drawing that belly button. Breathe in and out through the rib cage. Now, for some of us, we can lift one leg up, have one leg in tabletop, challenge our abs a bit more. For some of you, you might want to keep your feet down, especially if you're a beginner. So, to get that one leg in tabletop, draw in that belly button, pelvis in neutral, spine in neutral. Inhale. Exhale as you engage the deep abdominals and you take that one leg up into tabletop. Knee is directly above the hip, shin is parallel to the floor. Now we're going to lift the upper body. Inhale. Exhale as you peel the upper body off the mat and reach the arms forward. Chin is away from the chest, like you've got an orange between the chin and the chest, and you're looking up to where the ceiling meets the wall. From here, you inhale as you pulse those arms for 5 pulses, like you're splashing water. Exhale as you pulse those arms for 5 pulses. Keep reaching forward. Keep pulsing. Keep pulsing until I say not to pulse anymore. Use that breath. Inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. If you start to get a really heavy head and neck, you can always place one hand behind. We're going to do one more set. And then when you've done that exhale, come down with the upper body and bring that leg down. Now, as a reminder, that was working the abdominals, warming up the body. Also working the back stabilizers, strengthening the back as you lifted up and you kept the upper body up, okay? And obviously strengthening those arms as you pulse and reach forward. So your feet can be down or we can take the right leg up now into tabletop. So we'll start with the arms. Draw in that belly button, engage the abdominals. Inhale as you take the arms up and over the head. Exhale, keep breathing. Just make sure those hands are in peripheral vision. Breathe in and out through the rib cage. Let's move that right leg now. Inhale. Exhale, sink the deep abdominals. Take that left leg up, or that right leg up into tabletop. Knee directly above the hip, shin parallel to the floor. From here, inhale. Exhale as you peel the upper body off the mat, reach the arms forward. Chin away from the chest like you've got an orange between that chin and the chest. Draw in that belly button, look up to where the ceiling meets the wall, corner of the room, and then pulse those arms. Inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Remember to also place the hand behind the head if it starts to get heavy. Let's do 2 more sets. Inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5. Come all the way down. Did you enjoy that? I hope so. Okay, from here we're going to do a bridge, and then we're going to do a new bridge exercise that I haven't done with you guys before. So bring those heels close to the sit bones. Okay, we want them closer to the sit bones so that you feel the weight of the body on the heels of the feet when you go up. Arms are by the side, shoulders relaxed. And we draw in that belly button. Okay, pelvis in neutral, spine in neutral. From here we inhale. We exhale as we curl the tailbone up. We lift the hips. We round that back as we peel that spine bone by bone by bone by bone by bone by bone by bone up off the mat. Lengthen out through those knees. And you don't have those ribs up towards the ceiling. I'm doing it wrong to show you. You want those ribs relaxed. If those ribs are relaxed, then you're on your shoulder blades. But you also have those ribs in a diagonal with the hips and the knees. You're lengthening those quads. You're opening up the hip flexors. You're engaging those glutes. You're working the back stabilizers. Inhale. Exhale, soften that chest bone, draw in that belly button, and come down from the upper back to the mid back to the lower back, and the tailbone is the last thing on the mat. Let's go again. Inhale. Exhale, curl that tailbone, lift the hips and peel the spine bone by bone by bone by bone up off the mat. Now, if you can, inhale, take those arms up, palms facing each other. Exhale, soften that chest bone, come down, leaving those arms up. Little inhale. Exhale, curl the tailbone up, lift the hips and peel the spine vertebrae by vertebrae up off the mat, lengthening out through the knees. You're keeping those arms up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, soften that chest bone, come down again. Let's do one more. Stay centered. Inhale. Exhale, curl that tailbone, lift those hips, peel the spine vertebrae by vertebrae up off the mat, lengthen out through the knees. Inhale. Exhale, soften that chest bone, come down from the upper back to the mid back to the lower back, and the tailbone is the last thing on the mat. Bring the arms by the side now. We haven't got to the new exercise yet in bridge. Now we're going to go up and stay up. So looking up towards the ceiling, relax those shoulders, draw in that belly button. Inhale. Exhale as you curl the tailbone, lift the hips and peel the spine vertebrae by vertebrae up off the mat. Lengthen out through those knees. And now you're going to open both legs. Okay, so you're on the side of those feet. And then you close the legs and you bring those knees together and you squeeze those knees together, feeling those inner thighs activate. And then you open. And then you bring those knees together, squeeze those knees, and then open. If this is too challenging for you, a modification would be to just use one leg. Open up and then squeeze, and then open up the other leg. And then squeeze. Let's go for 5. Really open those legs, lift up those hips, squeeze. Make sure those ribs are relaxed though. Open those legs and then squeeze those knees together. 4, 3 now. Knees together, squeeze. 2. Squeeze. Last one, make it the best one. Open up those legs. Bring those knees together, squeeze, 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 and then relax. Inhale. Exhale, soften the chest bone and come down bone by bone by bone by bone by bone by bone by bone. Okay, from here, I want us to lift up and I want us to go onto our side and do the plank again, a modified plank, because this really does strengthen the upper body. It strengthens the arms, it strengthens the side, it strengthens the core, but we're definitely strengthening this shoulder area and the arms. Okay, so You're on your forearm. If you have any upper body issues, you're going to have to not do this. I can modify. You can come down on the arm, but you're changing the exercise. You're bending those knees and you can do your plans. You can have your feet up or down. And then from here, looking forward, drawing in that belly button, lifting that waist, shoulder away from the ear. You open those legs, you come down. You open that top leg, you come down. So you can do 10 of those, and then you can switch to the other side when we switch to the other side. So that's just a modification. So you're not doing nothing and you're optimizing this class. So you're on your forearm, elbow underneath shoulder, forearm facing forward. Lift up that waist. Your knees are bent at 90 degrees. Now you're going to lift the hips, but you're going to keep the shins and the lower leg part from the knee to the feet down on the mat. Okay, so lift that waist. So you're engaging those obliques. Lift the armpit, look forward. Arm in front will go up as the hips go up. So you inhale and then you exhale and you lift. Okay, some of us are going to hold it. Some of you can come back down if it's too much, and you can lift up 5 times. Okay, just count that 5. For the rest, we're holding and we're going to count for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. Excellent. From here, you're going to swap over. So guys, remember that modification. You're just doing your clams. Knees are bent, arm is down, head on arm. Lift up that waist, join that belly button, shoulder away from the ear, and you lift that top knee up and down. Raise the feet if you want to. For the rest of us, knees are bent. You're on your forearm, elbow underneath shoulder. Lift up that waist so you engage the obliques. Draw in that belly button, look forward. From here, we inhale. And then we exhale as we lift up. Some of us will go down and up, down and up for maybe 5 or 6. The rest of us will hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come down. Well done. Okay, I want us to sit down now. Okay, so we're almost finished, and then you can get outside, and if there's any snow left, you can play in the snow. Yesterday, I even built a snowman. There was so much snow here in London. Really good fun. Okay, so although it would be nice if there was a bit more sunshine and a bit more warmth. Okay, we've got a few minutes left. I want you to sit down so you're sitting nice and tall on the center of the sit bones. Or if that's uncomfortable, you can sit on a block or you can have the legs open and bent. Just make sure you're sitting nice and tall. You're lifting up that waist, drawing in that belly button, and then bring those shoulders up towards the ears and then draw the shoulder blades down the back. Reach out through the top of the head. I'm just going to move to the side so you can see what I'm about to do. So from here, I want you to bring the arms forward, but don't bring that upper body forward. That comes next. So just draw the shoulder blades down the back, reach out through the top of the head, draw in that belly button. We're going to do spine stretch forward. We're going to carry this on next week because it's a great exercise for the upper body. Keeping that belly button in, engaging those abs. I want to inhale to prepare, and then you exhale as you drop the head and then start to take the upper body forward. So it's like a flexion with the upper body. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale and stack that spine up against that imaginary wall. You're going vertebrae by vertebrae. The shoulder blades go down the back. You reach out through the top of the head. Inhale. Exhale, draw that belly button in. Drop the head. Round that upper back and reach forward. Spine stretch forward. Inhale. Exhale, draw in that belly button and stack that spine. Shoulder blades go down the back, reach out through the top of the head. One more. Inhale. Exhale, draw in that belly button, start to drop the head and come forward with that upper body, reaching forward with those arms, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale here. Exhale and come forward. Go back and stack that spine up and reach up through the top of the head. Bring those arms down and you're done, guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that class. I really did want to work on the upper body today, but obviously not neglecting the rest of the body. So go and practice, do these exercises throughout the day. You'll feel much, much better when you're working. Okay, bye. See you soon. Oh, and don't forget to like us on our social media. And if you have any questions for me, then just write to admin@globalrehabonline.com and I'll answer your questions. Bye.